There's no doubt that the words Japanese and exclusive can either strike fear or excitement amongst the sneaker faithful. But with all the sneakers that release in Japan, you're sure to miss out on a few drops that were probably understated, underrated, and underappreciated. But lucky for you, your boy got you covered. Over here, stacked up, right over here, I'm looking right at them. I got 5 sneakers that came from either Japanese collaborations or Japanese exclusives that were underappreciated, underrated, understated. All those words combined. We're gonna take a look at them, and we're gonna have a nice little week filled with Japanese sneaker culture history. I think you guys will like it. I'm your boy Reggie Casual. That's gonna be fun. Hit the intro. All right, so the first sneaker on this list is none other than the Nike React Element 87 in collaboration with Undercover. Now, you're probably yelling at the screen right now like, Reggie, those were incredibly popular when they released. And I'm not here to argue that point. What I am here to argue though is this particular colorway. You see, this colorway was the loudest of the bunch, and a lot of people steered clear from this one. But if you're a person like me who wears a lot of blacks, whites, grays, and focuses on silhouette, then a sneaker like this can be an amazing statement piece. That's not to say that any of the other ones, the misty greens in particular, weren't dope in their own right. It's just to say that this particular one didn't receive enough credit for being one of the most daring designs out of that entire collection. I wear these quite a bit, especially in the summer, and the React, even though it was milked by Nike, is still one of the better silhouettes that the company has come out with in the last few years. The next sneaker that we got is another sneaker that fell under the radar, but this isn't due to colorway, and more so due to the fact that everything else was releasing the same day that this sneaker released. These are the Mastermind Vans that came out, I believe, in 2017. This release happened during the time where Mastermind was actually prepping for its 20th anniversary, a comeback, if you will, of the mainline brand, which is why you get that sleek feel and premium build with the contrast stitching on this particular sneaker. And while Japan does get a lot of Vans collabs across the board to this day, this particular one signified a shift in Japanese street fashion. The comeback of Mastermind was spearheaded by collaborations with companies like Vans. I mean, this is like history in your hands. This next sneaker is actually a personal choice. It's more my style, and for some people it's a hit, and for others it's a strong miss. But you can't deny the fact that Japan gets these crazy collaborations that you just don't see anywhere else. These are the Hike and Adidas See You Laters. That's right, I said Adidas again, and I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm just keep saying it. What made this collab so special is that it was during a time when Adidas was making inroads into lifestyle culture to the nth degree, even more than Nike. It was actually the good times when Adidas was doing so many great things that were under the radar that you had to keep watching to make sure that you didn't miss anything. And the Hike See You Laters was one of those sneakers. Like I said, it's polarizing, but for those who are into a more technical, functional look, these struck a high note. In fact, I've had more looks with this sneaker and praise than any sneaker in my collection that I wear frequently. And when you have sneakers that are for particular people, then you know that you're doing something right as a brand. You're trying to find new ways to approach a different market that may have never even thought about buying your sneakers before. And that's what this sneaker does. It's not for everybody, but I know it's for me. One of the favorites in the collection, the NERD Fuji Rock edition of the Human Race NMD. During that time, the NMD was putting out so many different colorways that a sneaker like this definitely got overlooked, particularly because they dropped during the Fuji Rock Festival. Now, if you're not familiar with the Fuji Rock Festival, it's kind of like Coachella in Japan. Pharrell actually came to Japan to release these. It was once in a lifetime, and these sneakers are also in that same category. Sporting elements like the NERD logo and the sakura flower to represent the Fuji Rock Festival and the time period that it happens, along with the NERD embroidery on the top, as well as the Japanese kanji for peace, heion. It's just an incredible release that didn't get a lot of spins in the international market, but definitely should have, as it was one of the best releases that year, at least among NMDs. The next sneaker that we have on our list is actually a newer release. Now, I'm kind of playing it fast with this one because there's a little bit of a curveball in the story of this particular sneaker. These are the Jordan 3 Retros SETs CO.JP. Now you may be looking at these closely and saying, aren't those just the fire reds? Those are appreciated everywhere. And you would be right, but a look closer and you'll see that these have the translucent heel tab with the Air Jordan logo, and behind that, the Nike written in katakana with the logo, the swoosh. And that's what makes these pretty special, alongside the CO.JP insole. It wasn't that these were underappreciated worldwide or not talked about, it's that they were underappreciated in Japan. That's right, Japan also has this underappreciation, underrated problem. These actually sat on the shelves for 5 days straight until people realized that these were a Japan-only release. This just goes to show that the problems that we have out west with sneaker culture aren't just the West. In fact, Japan has those issues too. So yes, these right here, underappreciated in its own country. So if you ever come to Japan, always look out for stuff like this that might come out that's exclusive, that nobody will have, that you can pick up easily. And just from these 5 sneakers that I showed you today, you can tell that sneaker culture in Japan is just as vibrant as it is anywhere else, including America. But the history is different. Who are the players? Who are the tastemakers? Who are the individuals that made sneaker culture in Japan what it is? In fact, we're gonna do just that. On the next episode of WTH, we're gonna be exploring Japanese sneaker culture history, as well as looking at some of the releases that defined an entire generation, how premium became the norm in Japan when it came to collaboration. All that is coming towards you very, very soon, along with a special guest who has a lot of these pieces. But with that being said, let us know what you thought of the sneakers that were shown today, or any other releases that were exclusive to Japan that you liked. I mean, that's an option. You could do that. That's actually a good idea. Let me stop rambling. Let me go ahead and close this out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you know what it is. Keep it casual. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu, and I will see you guys in a minute. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give a thumbs up if you liked the video. Follow on Instagram for the latest out of Japan and beyond. And if you want even more content and business tips, all you gotta do is become a member right here on YouTube or Patreon at patreon.com/TheCasual. But most importantly, keep it locked right here for all of your info on international street fashion and culture from Tokyo. It's your boy, and keep it casual. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.